Alright, welcome back everybody to the 7th episode of the Rebound. This is our first non-guest episode in a while. We're going back to the list. We're going to power forwards this time. We're going to kick it off with number 10.
Alright, so number 10, we had a lot of debate over this because I think power forward is definitely one of the positions where it's really hard to rank them because of the steep drop-off from the top two to the bottom. And at number 10, I do have Tobias Harris.
See, I was going to put Miles Bridges, but then I crossed him off. And I also put Tobias Harris. I feel like he's the one player on that team that was there the majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Joel gets injured. Harden wasn't even there because he got traded. He was only there for 30 games. But Tobias was there for like 60-plus games, averaging 17, 7, and 4.
Yep.
He's just a constant player on that team, and that's a team that needs constant continuity. And he provides that.
Because he has that defense too, and he's been on a lot of teams. When you look at him on Basketball Reference, he came into the league at 19. He just finished his 10th season, but he doesn't seem like he's 29 to me.
Yeah,
like,
he seems.
I feel like he still feels young, but I think that's really good that they still have that maturity on the team for them.
Yeah.
You still have Embiid, who was at 2013-14 draft, I think that was. But I think that's good to
Played
have that.
73 games this year. Wow.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So at 9, I had my boy, my dog, MVP candidate for next season. I had Wendell Carter Jr. He averaged 15 and 11, and he shot 33% from 3.
If I had water in here, I would be doing a spit take.
Wendell, he's a threat wherever you put him. He played power forward a majority of the season. He's played small forward. He's played center. He plays every position that they need him to. He'll deliver from any part of the game. You give him the ball in the low post, he'll beat his smaller defender. You put him on the perimeter, don't do it. He'll hit a 3 on you. And then, and in the mid-range area, he's still decent, and his defense is really good for his height. He's kind of a short center, or power forward.
So how do you justify them being the 15 seed?
So that wasn't his fault. They lost
Okay.
Jonathan Isaac, their starting small forward. They had Robin Lopez as a backup and Mo Wagner. So I just think that 15,
Yeah, but this is the 15 seed, dude.
15, 11, 3, 1, and 1, shooting 33%, 53% from the field as a big man, and he only played 30 minutes, which is kind of low for most of these players, like Tobias Harris.
You know what's also low? 15 points on the worst team in the league.
He's not their number one scoring option.
Well, he shouldn't be.
He should be. He's gonna have a breakout season next year.
They had a
I
worse
really believe in
record
that.
than the Rockets. No, they didn't. Okay,
No,
that was
they
the only
didn't.
team.
And you know why they didn't? Wendell Carter Jr.
No.
baby.
All right, so we're gonna forget that happened. I'll go to number 8. A lot of people were
Wait, who's your
expecting a
9?
lot more. Oh, what? Oh, my number 9, John Collins.
John Collins.
So I had to think about that one because he dropped off. He was also injured for a lot of. He played
his thumb.
Right? I don't know if you guys saw it.
His
thumb was massive. It got really swollen up. But really, I would say he had a steep drop off, but he only played 47 games. His defense was not, it's not amazing, but I think it still can put him in the list for top 10 power forwards.
Oh, for sure. Averaging 16 and 8.
Okay.
36% from 3. That's above league average.
He
for a
just
big
works
man.
really well with Trey.
Yeah, he's perfect pick and roll partner for Trey because he can pick and pop, he can pick and roll, he'll dunk on somebody, he'll shoot a 3 in your face.
He can do a lot. He can do almost everything.
He's a triple threat on offense, but defense, however, it's not where he hangs his hat, and that's why he's probably so low on the list.
I really like that analogy.
Yeah. So for 8, who did you have?
All right, 8. This one may get you angry.
Yeah.
I had to think about it. Or no, I didn't actually have to think about it because
Wendell Carter?
I have been thinking about it. He had a lot of people were expecting a lot more coming off of an MIP season. Julius Randle.
Wow. Okay. Julius Randle didn't make my list.
Yeah.
Did not make my list.
You may say he still averaged 20.
No, so yesterday I was looking at Julius Randle, and if you look at Julius Randle, I clicked on him. So if you go Basketball Reference, right, and you look up Julius Randle and you see 20 and 10, you're like, wow, he shot 41% as a big man. That
He
is.
takes a lot of big shots. He takes a lot of.
He
shots
shoots
like that.
31% from three, so he's well below average for field goal, especially for big man by a mile. Well below field goal 3-point percentage from league average by 6%. His free throw average is below average. His effective field goal efficiency is below average. He's averaging 0.5 blocks as a 6'9" guy who's pretty athletic. 0.7 steals. He's not giving you anything on defense. He averages 3.4 turnovers.
Okay.
And he averages 3 fouls. Like, someone's coming at him, he's just fouling him. He has no bag. Julius Randle sucks.
All right.
Team
I mean,
sucks.
I don't know. The way I see it is that he has a lot of big men on that
Responsibilities.
team that just push him out of the paint. They keep him out of the paint. That I think that's a part of the reason where when I saw him play at Madison Square Garden twice. I just really didn't see him play on the inside a lot. You get Taj Gibson sometimes play at the 3, which again would push him out of the paint.
Yeah, when Taj Gibson is your center for 52 games, you don't have a lot of room. But I think Julius Randle, how can you go last year? The team didn't change. The team didn't change at all from last year, except Obi Toppin gained a
He
couple
made the
more
playoffs
minutes.
last year.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the team didn't change. He just got worse.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
I don't know how he had such a fluke year with the I mean, it wasn't even that crazy. Like, he went from 24 to 20. Put that in perspective, that's 2 buckets.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that his drop off was overrated. I do think his efficiency is the biggest problem.
That's
there.
what it is. He
That's
went
crazy.
from 46% to 41%.
Like
41% from 3 to 31%.
And then the year before
10%
his
drop.
NYP season, he shot 27 from 3.
Yeah.
27 to
That's pretty good.
41 to what was he taking that made him do that? Like, someone search him for something, because that doesn't seem natural to me. That low to that high to that low again just doesn't seem natural to me.
I feel like once he realized the team was kind of bad, he stopped caring. He just got his own. He just got his 20. He got his 10.
Yeah.
And he thought, I'll make an all-star game. But
He's 27. He knows he's not getting a ring.
yeah, that's not how it works, Don Julio.
So who was your 8th then?
At 8, I had Evan Mobley.
Okay.
The-
Ooh,
the
that's
rookie.
low. That's
Really?
low. That's pretty low.
He had averaged 15 and 8. He was top 3 in contests. He was contesting every shot, perimeter to the low post, no matter where he was. He's contesting a shot. He averaged 2 blocks and a steal, which is really good for a rookie. He was playing really good defense.
But with all that defense and 15 points, how is he so low?
The people above him, honestly, I'd move him up to 7 if I redid it now. But everyone else above him, I feel, plays either better defense or better offense or both. You know, his offensive game right now is limited. You know, he feeds off of Darius Garland. I've seen him hit some 3-pointers, but, you know, that's not his game. He shot like 27%.
I mean, he's a 7-footer. So.
Yeah.
And I do think he's going to move to the 5. I don't think he's going to stick to the 4.
I just feel like out of everyone on this list, he has the most limited game here.
I guess that makes sense.
Even Wendell can do more.
He can shoot more, yeah.
Yeah, he
'Cause
can
I think
guard
that,
the perimeter.
Since you had the veteran and Jared Allen as the 5 on the Cavs, they wouldn't have put Evan Mobley at the 5.
They were just testing
but
it out this year.
I think they're going to put him at the 5. Maybe not next year. I think if he gets traded, he'd be put at the 5 somewhere like, say, if he gets
On
traded to
any other
Charlotte,
team.
he would be a 5.
Yeah.
But if he went to somewhere like the Bulls, I think they would still keep him at the 4 because we have Vooch. But yeah.
If you don't have a top 10 center on your team, he would be the starting center.
Yeah,
And
'cause he
he's
can't
so
stretch.
flexible.
He can't really stretch.
Yeah,
He shot 25 off of 1.5 threes per game.
And his form looks decent though, so I think
Fix it.
that'll go up. I think the more you shoot, just like Julius Randle, he went from that really bad 3-point percentage to a high one. He obviously won't take that steroid jump, but he'll just get to that 30, hopefully 33 range around previous league average.
Yeah, he can do it.
Who'd you have?
And I had Randall.
Oh, Randall, yeah.
Okay, so then we'll move up to 7. 7, I had Domantas Sabonis. Just looking record-wise, you could put him really low because he didn't change Sacramento when he got traded there. You know, I personally, we were in, A-Push was that?
When that happened.
Brennan and I were in A-Push when we saw that he got traded, and we were emailing each other, predicting that we would see a great uprise in the wins column for the Kings, but there was no really difference there, and it was the same for the Pacers when they got Tyrese Halliburton, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he still averaged around 20 and 12. I mean, he shot really horribly from three, actually, from Sacramento. I'm looking at it now. He shot 23% from three. That is, jeez.
That is not.
It's pretty bad. I mean, he shot
Sabonis-
32 at
But
the
he
first
brings
half of the
other
year.
things. He's a good playmaker out of the post, just like his dad. And I
He's
think
not the worst defender.
he's a pretty. He's like
below average.
below average, but he's not terrible.
He's not
like,
standout bad.
yeah, I just think, I don't know. We both expected a lot more from him. We expected like a really all-star performance because he was an all-star
like,
the year before.
Him paired with Fox, I thought that would at least get
Good
him
pick and
25 a game.
Yeah.
But he stayed solid around 18.9. So who's your 7?
At 7, I had John Collins, and this might be a little high for John Collins, but when you look at the numbers, he's the ideal Trae Young partner. We talked about this. 16, 8, 53%, 36 from 3. His win shares were higher than Mobley's. Even though he's not that good of a defender, it just means when he's on the court, his team does better. His efficiency in his PER was 4 above Mobley's, which is a lot. He's 4 above average. He's really good on the advanced stats, on the eye test, on the regular stat sheet. It's just the defense that holds him back from being greater than people like Domantas Sabonis that I had above.
All right. That makes sense.
I had Sabonis at 6, right above you.
You
so
had
it's kinda
Sabonis
like
at
the
6?
same.
Alright.
Yeah.
I had Draymond at 6.
Draymond at 6.
Because I still feel like his defense is still up there. Obviously, his offense is honestly just the same as his entire career, except, of course, for the year where he shot 40% from 3. But we're never seeing that again because that was another Julius Randle steroid year. I think that his defense will keep him in top 10 until the end of his... I don't know. Not until the end of his career, but it'll keep him there for a little bit. He still only averaged 7 a game. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he's a triple double threat. He's more of a 5-5 threat.
Nah, he's kind of a like 8, 7, and 7. If you get 3 extra assists, 3 extra rebounds are easy to get. I feel like he's more of a double machine, you could say.
Yeah, but I guess so. And I mean, you can still rely on him from 3. Really, I mean, he only shot 1 point. Like you look at his percentage, he only shot 29% from 3, but he also only took 1.2 threes a game. So I think that if he increases that clip, then he would shoot at a far better percentage.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much about Draymond because he's coming up on my list, but I could see why you would put him here.
So who's your 6th then, you said?
At 6, I had Sabonis.
Sabonis, right, okay.
So at 5, I had Jaren Jackson Jr., who we both had a lot of faith in to win Depoy because he averages 16, but it's the rebounds that hold me back. He only averages 6 rebounds, and we love rebounds. He shot 42% from the field goal as a 6'10", 6'11" big man. That's atrocious. That's almost as bad as Julius Randle.
Take a lot of jump shots.
32 from 3% though.
We'll see.
Below league average.
If I were to defend Jaren Jackson Jr.'s shooting percentage, I would say it's because you're on a team with John Morant where you have to space the floor. Yeah, you have to space the floor a lot. And he would be put, when I would watch Grizzlies games, even in the playoffs, he would be put in these positions where he would have to take these contested jump shots.
He's not.
Just not be fair.
The Grizzlies don't set him up to succeed. They set him up to help John Morant.
Yeah.
And he does an excellent job doing that. I just think on his own team, he would be far better. If he got on his own team, I see him as someone averaging like 22 and 8 because he led the league in blocks this year with 2.3. He's a great defender, elite defender. He can guard bigs, he can guard 4s, he can guard some small forwards with his foot speed. It's just his rebounding and his shooting, like the opportunities he gets to shoot, hold him back a lot.
Yeah, the fact that he only got 5.8 rebounds
is terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Because Steven Adams, for half the year, he was like barely playing. Like if you look at Steven Adams' numbers right here, he averaged 10 rebounds, which is a lot, and he was only playing 26 minutes a game. Like you shouldn't be letting Steven Adams take away your rebounds when you're supposed to be the second star player on this team, this all-defensive player that can't get a rebound.
See, I had him at 4 because I have Mobley at 5.
Yeah, Mobley.
I have Mobley at 5 because if I just I love his play. I love how I just love how he can score. I love how he can just defend the 1 through 5 basically, because I saw him. He was a really versatile defender for his size.
He's got great foot speed.
And yeah, he does. And really agile guy. And you know those commercials that we mentioned this before.
Yeah.
Those commercials where
Top
he would
3.
guard, top 3 in most shots guarded per game, and that as a rookie is insane.
Yeah, getting to the perimeter, and you're not afraid of getting crossed. You're not afraid of getting put on a clip. You're contesting every shot. You get crossed, you come right back.
He was also like one of the leaders in perimeter shots blocked too.
Yeah,
I saw that somewhere.
he's just always out there, and I could totally see him being top 5 right now. I could see him being top 3.
I can see him being the best power forward in a few years. After well,
there's a man from Athens.
Giannis. All right. I forgot about him, but I forgot about Giannis.
But I could see him being top 3, 100%.
I could see him being behind Giannis for his entire career. Let's say that.
All right. So that was your 4.
Yeah, that was my 4.
At 4, I put Draymond. I have a lot of love for Draymond because he held that team down. He's always held that team down. When he's not on the court, they do significantly worse. We saw that the season he was out. The season he's back, they win a championship. He averages 8, 7, and 7, 53% field goal. Shooting's not his thing. He knows he's only taking layups or late game 3-pointers. He's getting you steals. He's getting you a block a game. He's getting you the assists. He's
getting you those technical fouls.
Yeah, he's doing all the nitty gritty, all the stuff. If you're a coach of basketball, you're like, oh, I want this guy on my team. If you're any coach.
But you have to remember, we're talking about this previous year when he had more fouls than points than field goals made in the playoffs.
I don't know. I still feel like his worth of guarding Jason Tatum, of guarding Nikola Jokic when Kevin Looney got in foul trouble, the fact that you can put a 6'5" guy on the league MVP center is insane, and then an up-and-coming 6'8" forward is insane, and then trying him on Luka Doncic for a bit.
And I guess you don't really need his scoring either.
Yeah, you don't need his scoring on a team where you have Jordan Poole, Wiggins, Curry, Clay, even Kuminga sometimes. You don't need his scoring, but you need his assists. You need his defense. You need his rebounding. You need his
I respect
leadership.
that. So then, I guess, breaking top 5 now. At 4, I had Triple J. Everything that you said. I just thought that he would be above Draymond because that was really our only difference. We switched Draymond there. I just think that he's kind of at that next level because, and then for 3, or who'd you have for 4?
For 4, I had Draymond.
Okay, so 4 you had Draymond. For 3, it's so tough because number 1 and 2 are so much better than everyone else on this list. It's so hard to come up with the next best player. But I think that the closest to that is Pascal.
Oh, 100%. Pascal. People always hate on Pascal. They don't look at his numbers. I feel like people didn't even recognize that he was All-NBA third team. Pascal Siakam was All-NBA third team. They were the 5th seed or the 6th seed, and he was All-NBA third team. Pascal Siakam is probably at this point one of the most underrated players in the league because you hear people trash talking an All-NBA third team. He didn't even make the All-Star game. That's how much love
And
he
should have been an All-Star.
He averaged 23, 9, and 5, shooting 49%, 34%. His PER is, it's 5 above average. His win shares are
So I really think
average.
that he's a lock for the 3 spot.
Oh, he's definitely a lock, and I think he'll be a lock until Mobley takes that jump.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't take that jump, because Pascal's still young too. Yeah.
He's still only 27.
And he's
most players only
year.
Most players only enter their prime in their early 30s. Zach LaVine, up and coming. Just wait. DeMar retires. It's him. So then I think I can speak for both of us when I say that our top 2 is KD at the 2 and Giannis at the 1.
Giannis is the best player in the world.
In the world. KD is the most skilled player at the moment, in the league at least, along with Kyrie.
And his defense is still really good. Yeah, we just heard.
We just recently learned about him staying with. Was that yesterday that came out?
Yeah.
That he
2 days ago.
2 days ago that came. Okay, unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, the video was cut short there. But to close out here, we are indeed affirming that KD is 2 in the league for power forwards. When he plays power forward, of course, second best small forward I would say, but that's another conversation. Giannis at the 1, no debate there, best player in the world. You can.
Whoa, I didn't mean that. I meant in the world right now.
you can definitely rely on him in any given situation. And yeah, you know, I don't really think anybody has an argument against that.
You can't have an argument against
You can't. You got the defense and the offense to balance each other out.
And the wins.
And the wins. And I think he's proved
Accolades.
himself more than Shaq, because Shaq never did it by himself.
Shaq never did it by himself.
Shaq never did it by himself.
He's not a
Giannis
good
did.
defender like Giannis.
He's not as good a defender as Shaq.
Wow, that was a hot take to end the episode.
It is. So sit on that one.
That'll do it for episode 7. Peace.